Hello, welcome ladies and gentlemen to my review of Max Payne 3. I'm Ender from Ender's Gaming. And yeah, so today in my review I'm going to be focusing on story, gameplay, how much fun I had playing the game, and replayability. Probably going to do replayability ahead of how much fun I had playing the game. Then that's going to lead to my overall score. Before I start analyzing the story and all that, I'm just going to say that I've not played Max Payne 1 or 2, so I don't have any insight on the past games of the Max Payne franchise. So let's get into this review. Starting off with the story, you play Max Payne, and you are pretty much a pathetic old drunk after your wife and one or two kids die. I don't specifically remember. Like I said, I haven't played the first or the second game. I have a feeling I'm going to be saying that a lot in this review. So this guy, Passos or something like that, hard to pronounce his name, he basically found you in a bar and told you to come work in a country. It's a country stricken with poverty. So it's a, it's a bad country. You wouldn't want to live there. The government controls like everything, and like it's not like I can go into government and all that, but I don't feel like going to. It's not like, you know how the government controls like our stuff, like currency, stuff like that in America, from America, or like most, like every other country. Like they control like everything. They just slaughter people. Fuck, I accidentally hit my mic. Sorry. They slaughter people. It's just a terrible country. So, anyways, hired by this guy Victor Bronco to protect his family. What ends up happening is his wife's brother, and I want to say his wife's friend or something like that, might be his wife's sister, not sure, end up getting kidnapped by this unknown group holding them for ransom. So now you, as Max Payne, have to go save them, and you kind of get framed for all this this trouble you cause in the city, and the police want to kill you and stuff like that. So you don't necessarily have to clear your name, but you kind of do. Overall plot, the storyline is pretty good. It's not the most original thing I've seen, but it's not the most non-original thing I've seen all year. That's all I have to say on the gameplay, or not the gameplay, I'm so stupid. That's all I have to say on the story. Moving on to the gameplay. The gameplay has the same mechanic from the first and second game called bullet time mode. If you played Red Dead Redemption or Red Dead Revolver, it's Deadeye from those games. And yes, Max Payne and Red Dead are made by Rockstar Games, so it's not like copying anything. But yeah, that's bullet time mode. It just slows down time, and you don't have an auto live feature like in Red Dead Redemption and in Red Dead Revolver. I think they had it in that game. I haven't actually played it. I haven't played very many games on last gen, besides GameCube, and if I go even farther, I've played quite a few Nintendo 64 games. Alright, moving on. Besides that in the gameplay, this game is tough. It's not so hard. If I can quote my last video, Dead Rising 2 review, have a link in the description if you want to go check that out. It's not so hard where you're going to pull out your hair, depending on how good or bad you do. You might pull out your hair if you rage a lot, if you're just really bad at the game. But don't get me wrong, I'm not very good at the game. I had to turn it down to easy, and I think 2 parts. I played through the game on normal. Yeah, it's pretty difficult. You take painkillers. Like I said, you're alcoholic, and you also take pills. That's Max's personality now. Now his wife died, his kids died, and all that. Died, sorry. You take pills, and sometimes Max will spout out something. It's just, a lot of the time it's funny. Sometimes it's just going like, I don't really care. There are gold guns, which I'll talk about in replayability. It's just going to be after gameplay. Overall, I think the gameplay is solid. It's a breath of fresh air when it comes to third person and just shooters in general, third person and first person shooters alike. It's definitely making it on my top 10 games of 2012. What you're listening to now is post, me doing all the editing and everything. Of course, I have to do some more editing since I'm adding this into the video, but whatever. One thing I left out of the review, which I don't know why I did, I'm so stupid for doing this, is the soundtrack. The soundtrack is absolutely amazing in the game. Matter of fact, you've been listening to it throughout this entire video. That's how good the soundtrack is. I knew I should put it in there. The soundtrack in this game is amazing. I'm definitely giving it the top soundtrack of this year. I was really having like a tough time thinking what's the best soundtrack, of this year. And then I played Max Payne 3, and oh my god, the soundtrack is amazing. Here, give a quick, listen. I'll let you listen to it at full volume. I know, right? That is amazing. Just amazing. It's definitely probably one of the best soundtracks I've ever heard in a video game yet. Might even be the best soundtrack I've heard in a video game yet. But I'm kind of cross between, this, and I really like the soundtrack to Borderlands 2, Halo 4, and, every Legend of Zelda game. Anyways, I'm just going to put you right back in the review, so if this doesn't feel cohesive, that's why. Sorry, but I really just had to throw that in there. Oh my god, isn't it amazing. Alright, moving on to the replayability. This game, you can load any chapter, if you're past that, but it usually resets your save, I'm pretty sure. As far as I know, you can still reload it, but don't, reload a chapter and then just play through it, because I did that. I loaded a chapter behind where I was, and I played through 2 levels ahead of where I was, and it didn't actually save my games. So, like I said, in gameplay there's things that are gold guns, and these gold guns are basically collectibles that you can get throughout the game, that if you played Mafia 2, they're basically like the Playboys, except they're not porn. And when you get all the parts to a gold gun in one level, once you get that gun, it's gold. And I think that's really, really cool. So, that's all really with replayability. I love to replay through the game on a harder difficulty, but that's just me, because this is one of my favorite games. It's definitely one of my favorite shooters as well. Moving on to how much fun I had playing this game. I had so much fun playing this game. This is, like I said, a breath of fresh air when it comes to shooters in general. Personally, myself, I play a little bit of Call of Duty. I played Borderlands 1 and 2. I've played a lot of stuff. I played both the Far Cry games. I'm gonna get Far Cry 3. So I played Far Cry 1 and 2, not both of those, because there are 3 games. Yeah, so I played, a lot of shooters. I played GoldenEye and N64. I'm a fan of retro games myself, and this kind of reminded me of, not necessarily old games, but, I guess if you're playing on N64, it is old. I don't like people that say, oh, I bought this game in 2000, it's old. No, 90s is oldish, 80s is, old. Anyways, if you're getting sidetracked, this game is so much fun. If I had to give it a score, my personal score would be a perfect 10 out of 10. I absolutely love this game. If I had to give a more professional score, I would give it a 9.5, because there are some flaws with the game, but I overlooked them. That's why my personal score is 10 out of 10. Anyways, this has been a review of Max Payne 3 by me, Ender. My channel, as you can see, is Ender's Gaming. And yeah, for future content, I'm probably going to do a Red Dead Redemption review. Not guaranteed, because I haven't played through the game in a while. I just recently beat Dead Rising 2, that's why I did a review of it, and I beat this game, Max Payne 3, a month ago. But I'm also going to be doing top 10 games of 2012. It's actually going to be a response video to platform 52 or 62, something like that. Actually, I think it's 42. I think it's platform 42. He did a top 10 games of the year. So yeah, it's basically Not like a reply video, not like a reply girl video, like an actual video where I talk about, these are my favorite games, go into why. And I'm probably going to review every game on that list. Max Payne 3 is definitely in the top 5 of that. I haven't decided exactly where everything's going to be, but it's probably going to be in my top 4. Don't know if it's going to be in my top 3. I know Far Cry 3 is probably going to be my number 1. Anyways, enough about that. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to like or dislike, I could care less. If you want to write a positive or negative response in the comments below, feel free. And if you like me enough to hit subscribe, feel free. I could care less whether you do any of these things. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you have a great day. Hello.